Hey guys, sorry it's been a while since I've been on. I was just trying to figure out what I was doing wrong with my content. I thought about it and like, why am I focusing on narcissists and narcissistic abuse and stuff? Like that can come up later on in my videos and stuff. Like everybody in this world is going through traumas. Everybody's got issues, everybody's got problems that they're dealing with. And I've come to realize that how can I attack one personality or one thing that people endure in their life? Life is a learning lesson. We're constantly learning. I've heard the word narcissist. Everybody says, oh, guy's being pretty narcissistic, guy's being pretty narcissist. I gotta be honest with you, I honestly didn't know what a narcissist really was. It took me having to endure being with a narcissist and the narcissistic family that made this person narcissistic, and not even knowing that she is as such. That being said, like I said, like everybody, I just found $5. That's pretty wild. Everybody has traumas in life, and some people handle it differently. Me, like I said, I've been through so much, but I'm not talking about me. So everybody has traumas. Everybody has situations in their life that make it where they don't feel they can go on any farther, any longer, and contemplate stupid stuff like suicide or actually do a suicide. A lot lean towards drugs, alcohol. And I know what that's all about because I've done it. Sorry it's a little dark outside. I'm sorry I'm doing this, but yeah, I fell into the drugs and the alcohol, and it numbed the pain. It didn't take it away by any means. It numbed the pain. When I became sober again, I wanted to be high or get drunk all over again because, yeah, it came back and it was stronger than ever. Just give me a second. I'm going into the dark spot, guys. I'm going to get right back here once I get to light, 30 seconds. But I wanted to get high, wanted to get drunk again because, man, the feelings came back and it was stronger than ever, than with me having to actually just think about said situations that made me traumatized or in fear and all this and that. I actually took some time this whole year to actually do the work on myself, and I'm glad that I did. Yes, I still use a little bit of the methamphetamine. The alcohol has been 7 years. I've been struggling with so much, and without the alcohol and the drugs and actually being around people that actually said stuff that triggered me, made me angry. It took so much of that with me acting like a bully, because it's like, why are you triggering me? Why are you picking at me? Why are you doing this? I was a little bit of a bully. I couldn't control my anger. I couldn't understand why people would be saying stuff that made me feel angry. And it wasn't what they said, or that they said it, or the person that said it that made me angry. Fact of the matter is, I didn't even know why I was angry. So I had to stop, think about it, and I started just writing things down. When I felt triggered, I wrote it down, and I just started to focus on myself and focus on, why does this make me feel anxious? Why do I get angry when somebody says this? And man, life has been so different. I'm living in a community where I'm right by the skate park. I grew up in the community, and I look around and it's like, wow, where did my community go? It's still here. It's just a little misguided. I want to make it different. I want to get out there clean and sober. I want to build something great. I've been cleaning up the neighborhood, picking up the litter, the garbage. I've been interacting with the kids at the skate park. And yeah, I figured out exactly what I want to do. And what I want to do is do better for humanity, do better for the next generation, and actually lead by example and put the work in to make this world a better place and make the children, the next generation, not have to go through the stuff that we went through when we were growing up. I know I went through hell, man. I thought it was just this whole spiritual awakening I've been going through that has been putting me through hell. But like I said, when I actually focus and dig deeper and look at the bigger picture, I realize my whole life has been hell. But without it being the way it was, I wouldn't be the strong individual that I am today, with a lot of lessons that I can teach other people, the younger generation. I'll get more into the details on what my life consisted of, but right now I just want to get out there that I want to make the world a better place. I want kids to be able to live in a world where they love it. They want to take care of it. They don't want to be throwing litter everywhere. They don't want to be doing all this drugs that these kids are seeing drugs all over the place. And it's sad because people attack these drug users. They're drug users, they're this, they're that, they're homeless, they should get a job, they should do this. People need to wake the fuck up. Pardon my language. They need to wake up. Instead of walking by saying, hey, get a freaking job, you bum, you drug addict. Why not sit, buy the guy a coffee, buy the guy some lunch, and sit there and ask him. Ask him about his story. Maybe your opinion on that guy will change. And not just your opinion on that guy, but maybe your opinion on the next person you see on the streets panhandling for money for something to eat. Instead of seeing the fact that they're drug users and not even knowing what they've been through in their life. Let's just say buddy's family ended up dying in a house fire. If that happened, my condolences, and I'm so sorry you've had to endure that. But let's just say you sit down, you buy this guy something to eat, something to drink, and you sit down and you ask him a little bit about himself. And he tells you, hey, like this happened to me last year. I didn't know how to cope with it. Like I went to sleep, I had a family. I woke up, I went to work, and I come back. I didn't have one. I don't know about you, but I know I wouldn't be able to handle that. I don't think I would even be strong enough to do the drugs or the alcohol to numb the pain. I actually think in a situation like that, I would take myself out of this world to go be with my family. But looking at this guy, he hasn't. He's still pushing through. Yes, he's numbing his pain with the drugs and the alcohol. He can't get a job because he's so stuck inside his head. So he's downtown doing drugs, doing alcohol, panhandling for money for a little bit of food. And people walk by him all the time. Just look at him as another drug user, as another bum, another person that could be working, another person that's living off of taxpayers' money. People need to wake up. They need to understand that people are living in the same world that you're living in. Everyone's hurting in this world, man. Everybody goes through life struggling challenges, from a loved one passing away due to mental illness, a loved one passing away due to cancer, loved one passing away due to suicide because he's being gang stalked and nobody believes him because he's crazy. He's doing drugs, so he's crazy. And the gang stalking continues, and finally he says, hey, you know what? You can jump in front of this train. Gang stalking stops, right? That's bullshit. Because the guy didn't commit suicide. The guy was actually murdered, if you think about it. People are going through so much in this world. People just look at the outer of the person and say, look at this guy, he's a bum, he's homeless, look at him, he's struggling on the fentanyl. Like, get a fucking grip. live life. People do live life. It's not as easy as your life. It's not as easy as my life. It's not as hard as your life, maybe. Might be harder. But nobody looks at it and says, hey, how can we fix this? I don't want the kids to see all these adults that should be teaching them how to be in this world, how to make the world a better place. I don't want them to see these people do this to these people down the street. So me, I go out in the community. I've been struggling with mental illness. Not mental illness. I've been stuck in my head. I got depressed. I was struggling with drugs and alcohol. Well, not the alcohol, 7 years clean, but the gang stalking, narcissistic abuse. Just, I've dealt with so much. Not had my kids in my life for 5 years. I assaulted my ex. I owned up to it. I did the time for it, but I'm still not allowed to see my kids. That's abuse, and that traumatizes somebody. I am a great father, and anybody who knows me knows that I'm a great father, and I would not put my children or any other children in harm's way. I would protect them from it. Even though I was doing drugs, I didn't do it around my kids. I was never really high around my kids. I had respect, responsibility, and I loved my babies. I loved my babies. Not too many people would be able to go through the stuff that I went through in the past 7 years. But I want it to be known that, yeah, everybody can get through their struggles, but they can't do it alone. I've been doing it alone. And if you have a loved one out there, or just see somebody down in the streets, down and out, man, just spread some kindness. Some kind words go a long way. If you have a few dollars in your pocket and buddy needs a few dollars, who cares if he's going to buy dope with it, man? Really, who cares? He's struggling, he's on the street, and nobody wants to help him. So how is this guy supposed to get the help that he needs if nobody wants to listen to his story? Or nobody wants to assist him in any way? They just want to be disrespectful and ignorant to the fact that they don't even understand what he's going through or she's going through. I want the kids to do better. I want the kids to actually teach the adults what the adults should be teaching the kids. I've been here in my community in the northwest city of Calgary, and tomorrow I'm going to go out and about. I'm going to go through a day-to-day of my day. I'm going to show you what it's like out there, all the litter, the garbage, the disrespect, the people that walk over the litter, don't pick it up, they'll just throw more on the ground. The drug users that nobody's talking to, nobody's giving the time of day to, that are kicking around, that I've also touched hands with, and I've touched their hearts, and they're in my hearts. I'll take you on my mission tomorrow. We'll go around the community, we'll pick up litter together. That's what I like to do. That helped me get out of my head. It helped me so much get away from the depression and the thoughts of suicide. And I'm starting something. I got some little foot soldiers out here, these young teens that are wanting to go in the right direction. They are going in the right direction, and they're already leading by example, which we should be doing. I want to show you guys that there is humanity still, and we're going to bring it back. We only have one world. Let's make it a good world, guys. So me and my little foot soldiers, I want to start something big. I want to start like Earth Angels or World Healers or something like that. Because, you know, these kids, they're going through traumas too. And I want to help the world and help people go through less traumas in their life. And if they have been going through traumas, know that there is somebody out there that cares and that there is hope, there is help. That being said, I'm going to introduce my little foot soldiers, man. We're going to be out in the community. We're going to be making it a better place, taking it day by day, cleaning up the litter, enjoying our music, dancing, having fun, you know? And hopefully, it rubs off on other people. Once our community is done and cleaned up, which it almost is, I've been focusing on this stuff for a year by myself, and I've just come to realize that I've touched hearts and hands of these younger generation that we need to save. And they've already agreed to going out there with me and making this world a better place, one neighborhood at a time. So we're going to start making our videos. You guys are going to watch us having fun, listening to music, enjoying ourselves while we're cleaning up the community. My little foot soldiers also want to take some time and go downtown when they have funds and stuff. Like, we are going to do what we can. We're going to start a little brotherhood where the younger generation can clean up their neighborhood, carrying gloves in their back pocket, pick up a little bit of litter. You see somebody down and out, they're going to lend out a frickin' kind word. The younger generation is what's going to touch this older generation with the drugs and the alcohol. I know this. So I'm going to introduce my little foot soldiers here in the next couple of days, and you're going to see the impact that we're going to make in our community, that we already have been making in our community. And we want to spread the love to the next community, and the next community, and the next community. Because after all, we are all one. This game of life is crazy, but you don't win by yourself. We win as a team. So my team wants to get out there, and we want to support traumas, addictions. We want to make this aware in our city, our neighborhood, every other city, every other neighborhood in Canada and world. My little foot soldiers, when we have the funds to do so, they want to go downtown. They want to buy these guys some food and stuff and ask them if they can videotape them while they reach out to these people that are struggling on drugs and alcohol and ask them their story and share their stories on our web pages. Maybe then something will be done about it. The younger generation is going to be the ones to make it or break this world. And we need more superheroes, super leaders to get out there and get your tribes together and do the same thing. We got bikers against bullies. We got bikers against child abuse. I want to build a little brotherhood where we have ex-addicts that have learned their lessons in life and have stories to tell that can impact and save other people's lives. We have the young generation that have to see all this. They're going to be the ones waking up the older generation and letting them know that there is help out there and everybody is struggling in life, even the younger teens. I want to mix the addicts that have recovered and the youngsters together and make something huge. We're going to start a brotherhood. I don't know how to do it yet, throwing it out there, but I'm going to show you guys what we can do and what we want to do to make this world a better place for you, for me, for your family, for the next generation coming up, and for the generations that we have lost. It's time to make a stand, guys, and I don't know about you guys, but me and my little foot soldier crew, our little brotherhood, got about 7 of these young teens here that do good. They smoke a little bit of weed, they go to school, they help out around the house, they clean up the community. I'm going to show you what we can do. And I just hope somehow somebody reaches out and shows me avenues on what I can do to make this brotherhood for real. These kids want something to live for. These kids want something to be known as greatness for. These kids are our world. These kids are going to make this world or break this world. With the help of everybody, that's why I'm doing this. We can help these kids make this world something that we couldn't do. I know it'll happen. So if you have any insights on how I can make this little brotherhood something, we want to get jackets. We want to be able to have charities, fundraisers and stuff, and go from community to community, making our city a better place for the next generation and for the citizens of the city. We want to make this world better. And trust me, I'm going to do it. So why don't we just set the ideas out there, man, and just, if you know of any way of me to do this, Let me know. Give me some insights so we can do this. So thanks for listening. Like I said, I'll show you what I want to do with my little foot soldiers and shit. And I know that we can make this city a better place, one community at a time, while we're touching the hearts of the young ones and the addicts that are struggling because nobody wants to hear their story. So thanks for listening, and yeah, stay tuned. I hope you guys like what I have coming and what I have in store for big plans ahead. Thanks for listening, and you know what? I'm going to do this. Nothing is going to stop me. I am going to reach for the stars. Me and my little soldiers, we are going to go to the top, and we're going to make this a better place. We want to be known for something great, just like Bikers Against Bullies, Bikers Against Child Abuse. Everybody's supporting and standing up and advocating for children against child abuse, domestic violence. Why isn't anybody standing up for the world? It's time. You know, it's time. Time to wake the fuck up and get with the program. We gotta help everybody, man. So keep in touch. Watch what I have coming. And wait till you see my little crew, man. These guys put a smile on my face every day. Every day I enjoy waking up to see these youngsters doing proper. And you know what? These youngsters have done proper by themselves without the help of the adults that should be helping. So thanks for listening, and yeah, sky's the limit. Watch what I got coming. Watch what my little soldiers got. You guys are gonna love them. They are so good. They're attractive. They add energy, and they're making a difference. See you tomorrow.